Hello and welcome back, seniors. So today we've got Lorraine Horvath.
Correct.
And Lorraine, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, I'm a volunteer coordinator with the Area Agency on Aging. I've been at my job for about 16 years, so I've met a lot of good people. I always call my volunteers positive people because they're wanting to reach out in the community and do positive things. We recently did a transfer of the program after 40 years with a government service agency, and we had to rename the organization. And when they asked me what I thought about it, I said that probably something like Positively Aging, because my volunteers are positive and they're aging. So the program was accepted, and we continued with what we currently knew and had, and hopefully we will. We're always reaching out into the community to look for volunteers, and our program now focuses on people 18 years and over, which is a little different than it was before. The program before reached out to people 55 and over to work in the community and work in many different programs. The difference now is that you can be 18 years and older, and you can probably still work with seniors and senior needs. Senior needs in the community would be something like Meals on Wheels, working with the children in the schools, working with the insurance counseling program, which does a lot of good need in the community, especially now
And why
during
is that?
open enrollment.
Well, what kind of insurance counseling?
Our program is called a Prize
Okay.
in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, we have trained volunteers that meet one-on-one with individuals that need some help going through that maze of Medicare, your insurance supplements, your Medigap policies.
Okay.
So we have volunteers that are specifically trained that will sit down with you one-on-one, tell you what kinds of options you have out there. Something that you may have had last year or for 2 years was fine because you weren't sick.
Right.
If you then get sick or you need more doctor visits, the same type of coverage would then be a little different. So now you have more options. Let's sit down, look at what you have. Let's see what you can pay out, what you don't need to pay out. So it's a very important piece of the aging population because some people don't know that those services exist.
Right. They definitely believe that they're kind of on their own.
Correct.
And they either, A, don't pay a lot of attention to it, or they pay so much attention to it that they could be doing some other things too.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about the other programs, and you have a lot of booklets here, and we'll look at each one of them in a second. But so you've got the appraise system.
A prize?
A prize.
Correct.
A prize. And is that a federal program?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's a federal program out of Washington, and it's
Okay.
called SHIP.
Okay. And so basically, positively aging kind of is given the ability to institute that program locally
Through the state.
through the state.
Correct.
Okay.
The state does train the volunteers, and they basically administer the program in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
The difference of why it was renamed a prize, because in the state of Pennsylvania, there's a children's insurance program called CHIP. So CHIP and SHIP is too close, so maybe a senior would get a little confused.
Okay.
So they renamed it a prize. And
Okay.
that's what it's considered through the whole state of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But perhaps in another state, it would be called SHIP.
Okay. And how many volunteers and what's the geography that you cover? All of Bucks County?
The entire county.
The entire county. And your office is where?
We're located at the Area Agency on Aging on 30 East Oakland Avenue in
Okay.
Doylestown.
So county-wide, how many volunteers are in your program?
We currently have 405.
405. Is that including you?
No, I'm a paid employee.
Oh, okay. You're a paid employee. Very
Yes.
good. That's not
But I
a
do
problem.
volunteer work.
Of course.
Yes.
So you're both.
Correct.
Very good. And of the 405, how many are 55 and older, and how many are kind of the younger set?
Well, probably majority of them currently are 55 and over because our new program, Positively Aging, just began in February.
Okay.
So the doors then open to the younger population of people.
And do you go to the schools and talk with the schools about getting involved?
Definitely.
Okay.
They
And
love to see our seniors tutoring students in their classrooms.
and probably works, yeah, it works that way in both
Yes.
ways too.
Definitely.
Having younger people around is always good for the young people, and it's good for the older people, and it's good for everybody.
And
Intergenerational,
it has
they
a good
call it, right?
outcome. Yes, it has a good outcome.
Good outcome.
Yes,
So it keeps you young.
definitely.
It's the fountain of youth.
Some of my volunteers enjoy going back to the schools year after year because as they walk through the halls, little Jimmy that they had 3 years ago is waving, "Hi, Mrs. Jones. Hi, Mrs. Jones."
Right.
And they just so proud that these students remember them because they make such an impact on them.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So describe some other programs.
Well, we have our Meals on Wheels programs.
So Meals on Wheels is administered through your program?
Yes.
Okay. And so tell us about that. Who qualifies typically, and how does it work? How many meals do you do a day or a week or a month?
Well, things have changed, due to funding sources as well. The Area Agency on Aging sends out our care managers to do assessments to people in the community
Okay.
that may need a meal.
Okay.
Some of our clients may receive a daily hot meal, which a volunteer would go out and deliver.
Mm.
Or some of our clients may receive a 7-day meal and some frozen meals.
It's one meal that serves 7 days?
It's 7 different meals.
7 different meals?
7 different meals,
I thought,
yes.
is it frozen?
Yes.
Some of it's
Some of
frozen?
them are frozen, yes. So
Okay.
they'd have to reheat the meal themselves,
Okay.
but at least it's made and it's available for them to have.
So they make one delivery, 7 meals.
Correct,
Wow.
yes.
Okay.
Like I said, things have changed, but the Meals on Wheels volunteers get to know the people.
Mm.
They see them fairly regular. They know them on a first-name basis, and they enjoy what they do.
And where are the meals prepared?
The meals are prepared at the senior centers.
Okay, like here?
Correct.
Okay.
The meals are then put into containers, depending on whether it's hot, frozen, and/or a lunch bag lunch. The volunteers come in the morning at a specific time. They pick up the meal. They take it out into the community and deliver it.
Wow. That's
And the
pretty,
folks are waiting for them.
that's pretty great.
Yes.
And it's a good social interaction to have when you're kind of homebound, you're not able to get out as regularly as you used to. It's nice to see a friendly face at the door.
Correct.
Okay. And are the people, are their backgrounds checked and things like that, the volunteers?
We do a criminal background check on all volunteers today.
Okay.
Thank goodness I've never really had a problem. I think people that come forward and do want to volunteer do come forward and they're honest. We tell them that we do background checks. We've never had a problem,
Okay.
and it works well.
All right. So you've got the Meals on Wheels, you've got the A Prize. What else do you have?
Well, within the agency, we have a lot of different things, and our agency brochure identifies them. We have legal aid volunteer that comes in once a week at the Area Agency on Aging, and they'll sit down with seniors and talk about problems that they may be having. We have primetime health programs, which helps keep seniors healthy through both the drug take-back program that now you can find at your police
Oh,
stations.
yeah. In fact, I was in the Doylestown Township Police Station, and they have a big box, and everybody should know this. They have a big box as you enter the vestibule there, and you can put your old prescription drugs in there. I just figure if they lose what they call efficacy, right? As they age, I would just take 2 instead of 1, as they get older. No, I won't really do that. But
Depends on the color. Some may
they
only want to
change
take
color.
a red,
Some
may only
become
want to take
green
a...
after a while.
Exactly.
Yes, right.
Yes.
But no, you really don't want your old prescription sitting around for a variety of reasons. Safety is one, because somebody might come into your medicine cabinet and not be you and want to ingest them. So getting rid of those, that's good stuff. So you have primarily your group, however, within the Area Agency on Aging is primarily responsible for the Meals on Wheels and A Prize.
Correct.
Okay. So if somebody wants to, who's watching it right now, wants to get involved as a volunteer, and they don't drive, so they're going to do something, intergenerational. They're going to want to go maybe take the DART bus to the high school or do something like that. What would be their first step?
Well, the volunteers that really do not drive through our program do get a subsidy assistance through the Area Agency on Aging. So once you would become a volunteer with our program, we do a separate form that then identifies you as a volunteer in the community, and you do get to ride for $1 each way. So $1 would take you to your site, and $1 would bring you back to your site.
Okay,
Because the cost of Bucks County transport has just recently risen.
okay.
So it's, if you're volunteering through our program, you then get the subsidy.
What a great deal.
Yes.
What a great
So we give
deal.
you a benefit.
We live in a great world.
We give you a benefit, yes.
All right, good, excellent, wonderful. So you've got this booklet here, which is Positively Aging, and it's opportunities for senior volunteers to strengthen our community. Very aptly
Right.
named, I would say. You probably had a hand in that. So this is something that they can request just by calling the Area Agency on Aging, right?
Correct. Or they can go on the county website.
Okay, and the county website would be what?
It'd be under seniors. It would
Okay.
be under the Area Agency on Aging.
Okay,
And it would also be listed under just volunteering.
excellent. And this phone number, is that the phone number for your program or for the Area Agency on Aging?
The Area Agency on Aging.
Okay, so I'll just repeat that for everybody. It's 267-880-5700. So again, 267-880-5700. So that's a good resource. Let's see, benefits and rights of older Pennsylvanians. And 55 and up? Mm-hmm. Okay. And so this is, oh, wow, there's a lot of information in here, but basically this would be about different types of programs that they have available as
For
a
all Pennsylvanians.
all of Pennsylvanians.
Correct.
Then you've got the Area Agency on Aging brochure, which you already kind of talked about. Excellent. You've got the Senior Directory, which is a for-profit publication, but also is filled with a lot of information in there about various things going on, places to live, etc.
And a piece of volunteering in there. It gives you travel, transportation, Meals on Wheels. So
Okay.
it gives you a lot in your senior directories.
Okay, so again, it is a for-profit publication, but it has a lot of good information in it. And then we've got the Bucks County Area Agency on Aging Senior Quarterly. So that's a nice publication.
Yes, it is.
And do you have that available here at the Senior Center if people come in?
Every senior center should have copies available for their, yes.
Okay, so again, we're broadcasting from the Central Bucks Senior Center at 700, let me say that right, 700 North Shady Retreat Road, and they have a lot of great pamphlets, booklets, and informed people here at the Central Bucks Senior Center. So come in and get one of these, and you'll learn a little bit more about caregiving, and here's the Apprise system.
Correct.
I shouldn't say system,
In
but
the
the
front here, it'll
Apprise
tell you everything
program.
that's listed in there.
Oh, you're so good. And free shingles shots. Say that three times
times.
quickly. So shingles shots you can get free. Where do you get them?
The health department.
Health
If you call
department?
the health department, yes.
Okay, great. They come to
They
your
have
house?
limited numbers. No, they don't come to your house.
Oh,
You'd have to
okay.
go there.
Gotta
But you
go
can
there.
use Bucks County Transport if you needed to.
Okay. And if
Yes.
you're a volunteer, it's only $1.
It's only $1,
Okay.
correct. And you get a free shot.
These are all good things.
Yes, they are.
Exactly. Beautiful.
But these are good to have because the Senior Quarterly just gives you information about what's currently happening within our agency every quarter. So that would be spring, fall, summer, and winter.
Beautiful. What, we always like to wrap up with what you think would be kind of a number one thing that you'd like to get across to the viewers that we have and the seniors.
Well, the first thing I tell mostly anybody that has a volunteer effort is that we have something for everybody.
Okay.
Depending on what your skills, your interests, your abilities are, help us to make a good match. And most times we're capable of being able to do that, sitting down with a person one-on-one, doing the interview, and just helping them decide with the choices that we do have. We do have other sites outside of our scope of our program that we have contacts and partnerships with, so we could always redirect them to something else if there's still an interest.
Okay.
So I never sent anyone home alone without anything or a homework assignment to do.
So I think the takeaway benefit here is that if you want to get out and do something new and different and, stretch your mind and become involved with others on a social basis, you can absolutely do that, and it basically just takes a call to your organization.
Correct, yes.
And Lorraine, you'll handle everything else from there.
I try to. I try to be as accommodating as I can and meet with people, and I love talking with people and helping them figure through that maze of what they truly want to do. Volunteering is a commitment, so once you do decide to volunteer, you certainly have to keep a calendar of which day you're going to be available and/or what day you're committed to.
Right.
So that's always a positive thing because now you've added something new to your calendar.
Well, I'd like to add that all the folks in the room who are with us today are volunteering, and so we'd like you to add the Central Bucks Senior Task Force to your list of volunteer opportunities.
I will gladly do that.
Wonderful. Thanks for
Good.
coming. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here.
You're welcome.
Take care. All right, so until next time, see you again. Bye-bye.